Okay. Is that everybody?
Sure.
Believe so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Alright. Now, just a quick thing to start. You are Shadowrunners. For whatever reason, you have decided to, what it said, go into the shadows to do shadow running. A shadow run is any activity, movement, or anything that is a legal or quasi-legal state. So what basically happens is someone with a lot of money who needs to get a job done hires you. You get the job done for the money. As such, you've been doing this for whatever reasons you have, and for the last 2 or 3 months, you guys have been running together. You got together on what's called the Henderson Road job. The Henderson Road job is what's basically put you guys a little bit on the map, because what happened is you outran a very, very angry mage and her entourage. You stole a focus from her that your client wanted, and you delivered it on time with a few seconds to spare. It's really kind of your claim to fame. It's not the most impressive thing that's been done in the past 6 months, but it is up there. So just remember that. You guys are together because you worked well together. Now, as a final thing, I'm going... Right now, if you want to think of a name or a back history with any of your contacts, just like scribble something down, because really each of them is going to have their own name and personality. That's really kind of how it works and how you get in contact with them. But if you want to figure out how you got to meet them, know them, just write something down, and I'll make sure to incorporate it in the notes that I'm eventually going to give you, because I'll make notes for basically everything, little backups for your weapons and things like that. Because most of you guys have some of the same gear. I think most everybody who can afford it has an Ares Alpha, and most of you, if you have a machine pistol, have the Ingram Smart Gun X. So that's really just how it works. That just really is how it's panned out. Finally, I want to talk about the difference between wireless on and wireless off. A lot of your stuff has wireless abilities with it, and I actually, kind of thinking back on it now, should have indicated which does and which doesn't. So just for the sake of it, assume that everything you have is wireless. Now, you can connect it all to your comlink for what's called a personal area network, and everything is focused on that. If you have a regular command console or a deck, they're all connected to that as well. What happens is if someone tries to hack you or an item you own, they can only do it if its wireless is turned on. And if your wireless is turned on, it's part of that network and it's connected. Everyone should also have what's called a biomonitor, and the biomonitor is a handy piece of equipment. What it does is you can allow it to send a signal when certain things happen, like if you're poisoned, if your health reaches a critical state, to any number of wireless devices, and signal a dock wagon. So basically write down who would send a signal to, just to keep notes for yourself, and I'll make note of it later. Also, Shadowrun is a game of micromanagement, so you'll notice that in ammunition it will have stuff. You'll see either 20 or 30. That's actually times 10 unless it's grenades and shurikens. So basically, if it says 20 in the amount, it's actually 200 rounds of ammunition. Make sure you mark down what you load into what, because that's kind of important. You're going to have to keep track of your ammunition to a certain extent. Honestly, if you're off by 3 or 4 bullets, or you're off by 1 combat, I'm not really going to hold it against you. It's really more detrimental to yourself if you just decide to go full on bullets, because then you're missing kind of part of the action, as in personally making sure that which magazine is loaded with which, and loading in properly and switching them out. This is kind of a game. It is kind of a game where you have to watch out stuff, but this is a heist game, so I am going to do my best to make things interesting and action for you. And as the real final note, because I realize I keep adding stuff, is again, this is a big group, and I'm excited about this because you guys all are good at role-playing games. Will and Tim are really good at role-playing. Dennis and Andrew I've had fun with. Reston and James played a couple of games, so there's that. Now, as such,
good luck, Jesse.
Such high standards.
If anything is said or done that gets to you, that you don't like, make sure to let me know. I am the DM. I will put my foot down on this, because this is a big game, and William has expressed he wants people to come back and play, because we do have a lot of games here. Like, that bottom shelf is all my shit. And, yeah, we do love we like hanging out with people and playing games with them. So, this is trash. If anything happens that you don't like, let me know. I'll take a seat, I'll take a stand, make sure that it doesn't happen again and things like that. Now,
You're not gonna like it.
are there any questions before we actually start the straight-up game?
I almost know what my contact names. I guess I have to give you.
Yeah, just keep it